Bonk. Hey dudes, how's it going? It's me. It's yours truly. Yeah, so it's been a while. It's been a little while, not too long. What is it? Like almost 2 years, a year? I mean, you could say it's been a little while. I'll give you that. But yeah, making videos again, or at least one, singular, making video again. Yeah, this is Tomb Raider in the background. And it's a game I'm deeply fond of. It's probably one of my favorite games of all time. And it's weird, I did not expect to like this game that much, but it was everything that I wanted Uncharted to be. Not that Uncharted was a bad game, but it for me personally, it was a lot like Indiana Jones Uncharted, in that it's one of those iconic titles that you kind of have to experience, but at the same time, for me personally, the experience wasn't as satisfying as it was for the millions of other people that I'm sure enjoyed the hell out of that series. And I had fun with it, but it was almost like I was just trying to get through it to share the experience so I could have the conversation piece. A lot like seeing a movie you don't want to see just to be able to talk about it, you know. But I did enjoy the game. And I only played 1 and part of 2, but this game, it was like every single point that you pass through, every checkpoint is so gratifying. You just want to get to the next point. You want to unveil her story, and this is before Lara Croft becomes Lara Croft, you know. So it's just in the background, you don't have to worry about it. But if you guys want to see me let's play it, let me know, because I would love to do that. Even if I just streamed it or put it up on my other channel or something, I would absolutely love to do that. So just let me know. But I thought I'd make a video just to catch up with you guys and let you know what's been going on with my life. Have some conversation time with you guys, because I've been seriously lacking in that. But yeah, what's been going on in the life of me? That's not like a super interesting topic, as I get a text message because I'm rude and I don't fucking set my phone on vibrate when I should. That was my girlfriend, which is one of the things that I wanted to talk about. Everything's been going fucking awesome. If you guys remember from a long ass time ago, I was having issues with life just in general, you know. My relationship also being one of those problems, but everything's been great. She's literally the girl of my dreams. It's been an absolute pleasure, and you know, everything is going perfectly, more than perfect. So on that front, I'm good. I got some tattoos. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys are like, yeah, you probably got some fucking douchey tribal tattoo or something. No on the tribal, probably yes, still on the douchey. I'll probably show you guys in the future sometime. It's just some black tattoos, one that takes up my whole calf, my right calf, and then a little text piece on my chest. I'm not even sure if you guys give a shit about this, but I'm just gonna keep pushing forward because it's what I do, right? That's what I do. I just go under the assumption that my life is interesting and that you guys actually care at all. But yeah, I will be making scout videos again. I was actually going to put a scout video on this, but I just suck horribly, so I didn't want to disgrace whatever little reputation I had left by putting up really terrible gameplay. So give me a little bit more time on that. I'm sure I'll have some stuff going up here on a regular basis pretty soon. But yeah, I got the tattoos. I've been working, just working. I ended up quitting my job. I don't know if I ever mentioned it. I had a job at Forever 21. I started off on the sales floor, and then I moved to the back stock because I just hated the sales floor. And then I eventually ended up leaving that job because the people that took over really, the management was really poor. Let's just leave it at that. But I left that job. I got 2 other jobs, and everything's been good. Everything's been great. I've been promoted quite a few times on my other jobs, and you know, I'm making more money than you'd expect me to make at these jobs, which is really. It's a nice thing, you know, to not like want for money anymore, because that is a serious issue. When I was maybe just a few years back, a year back, money was such like a wanted thing. I had none of it, you know. So I had no necessities. I barely had food. I would only eat occasionally. I could barely make rent and pay for the roof over my head. And I was just working all the time for little to no money at all. So to not have that problem anymore is a blessing. You know, it's really a blessing, because now I can afford to have the time to do the things that I want to do. I have the money to do the things that I want to do. I have more time to spend with you guys. I have time to focus on my future without the stress of a terrible job weighing me down and the stresses of paying bills and such and such. And yeah, it's truly a great thing. You know, I'm very thankful for that. What else have I been doing? I've been watching TV shows. Oh man, TV is amazing now. You know, like 10 years ago or even 5 years ago, TV shows were like really generic and just more time fillers. They were kind of what you would do if you couldn't find anything to do. You'd flip through the channels and land on an infomercial and waste an hour and a half on that until you went to sleep, and then woke up the next day and went to work and then went back home and did it all over again. And this depressing cycle of bullshit, you know. But now it's better. I mean, you still go through the cycle for a lot of people, but now you're actually being stimulated with what could be widely considered art, depending on the show. And one show in particular that's really had this impression on me, and I think is possibly one of the best shows that I've ever seen in my entire life, is a show that it's not getting the renown that I would think that it should get. And maybe you guys can help out and support the show and watch it and fucking get your minds blown as well. But it's Hannibal. I don't know, I'm sure some of you guys have seen the show. It's Hugh Dancy, Mad Milkinson, I think is how you pronounce his name, Lawrence Fishburne, Catherine Daverness, I think her name is, and it's just a great show. It takes place before Hannibal becomes the Hannibal that we all know and love from the movies, where he's living his life not in adolescence, but he's a younger man. He's just gotten done being a surgeon, and he's now practicing as a very successful and accomplished psychiatrist. And this is before when Hannibal actually used to eat people, because that's what Hannibal is known for, Hannibal the cannibal. But he doesn't actually eat people in the movies, not that I'm aware of. He occasionally does, but in this show he does it, and he does it so well how he eats people. He prepares like these crazy dishes and feeds it to his friends that unknowingly are eating people that they know in their life, or eating people that they've investigated with or on. And the show is amazing, the way that it's shot, the lighting, the artistry, you know, the directing, the acting. It is spectacular on every single level. I could not stop watching it. I ended up buying the first 2 seasons. Hopefully it continues on, but it starts before Red Dragon. Yeah, it starts before the movie Red Dragon, and then leads up to Red Dragon, into Hannibal, into into Silence of the Lambs, and then into Hannibal, I believe. That's the chronological order. I could totally be wrong. I don't have too much time to think, but I've been watching that show. I've also finally caught up on Mad Men, great show, and Spartacus. I'm currently getting through Spartacus right now. I saw the first season, fucking loved it, and then the main character died, and they had the second spinoff, the second season, which was a spin-off with Gannicus, which is like this former champion. Fucking awesome season as well. And then the third season hits, and they replace Spartacus with a new actor, obviously because he's dead. Rest in peace, that guy was an amazing Spartacus, amazing actor. But they replace him with a new guy, and it's awkward at first, but the third season isn't as good as the fourth season. It's kind of like the show testing the water, seeing if it can survive on its own. But it survives, and it does so really well. And then the fourth season rolls around, and it's like, holy shit, this is amazing. Just as good as the first season, you know, or the second season even. And so that's a show that I'm currently getting through. It's going great so far. And yeah, so that's pretty much what I can think of right now. That's what I've written down in my little list of topics to hit. Just shows and random bullshit that's been going on in my life. I recently bought a car, or I helped buy a car for my girlfriend, who I've been together with her for a long time. So it's been on its way coming. I don't feel, you know, I don't regret the decision at all. It was a great purchase. We're gonna be moving in together soon as well, and that should be great. You know, we've gotten to this point where we know how to communicate, we know how to argue, we know how we feel about each other now and how much we love each other. We know exactly where we stand. She's matured, I've matured. Everything is perfect. It's set up perfectly for that transition, and I know you guys might be a little worried, like, no, don't do it, it's a mistake. I've lived with a girl before. Trust my judgment, guys. I promise. Even if for some, off, unfortunate chance that it doesn't work out, it's still the step that needs to happen next. Like, we'll never know if it's going to push forward unless we move to the next step. Even if you think it's not going to work out, etc., etc., sometimes if there's a shot, you've got to transition just so you can know. But that's not the case with this situation. I'm like fairly positive, more than fairly positive, that everything is going to go great. So I'm excited for that. And lastly, I want to leave you guys with a simple question. How are you guys? Let me know. Comment back. This is the whole point of the video. I just wanted to touch base with you guys to reconnect, to let you guys know how I'm doing, so I can find out how you're doing. Let me know what games you've been playing, what you've been doing. Have you guys joined anything, any sports, or have you guys watched any shows that you guys want me to see, or played anything that you want me to play? Have you guys met anybody new or substantial in your life that's like, changed everything for you? What's changed in your life? And I genuinely, for some reason I've been mixing generally and genuinely, not because I'm stupid, just because the way that it rolls off the tongue, but I genuinely want to know how you guys have been doing. So yeah, let me know, comment down below, let me know if you guys want to see the Let's Play for this, and TF2 on the way. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. This has been Jugs. Later.